Hello, I'm Brian Downs. This is a Republic if you can keep it. It's March 13th, 2026, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. I'd like to talk about the Secretary's shoes. We see in the media that Marco Rubio, Secretary of State in Camp Run Amok under President Donald J. Trump, one of the spineless bootlickers in the cabinet, wears shoes on stage in front of cameras that don't fit, that are visibly ill-fitting. I mean, you can see the heel of the shoe doesn't really touch the secretary's heel. Why is this happening? Oh, well, it turns out that the president has recently given all the male members of his cabinet shoes, Florsheim brand shoes, a well-known brand of men's formal wear. Marco's don't fit, and yet he's wearing it. Doesn't this sum everything up? Donald Trump, who is personally worth billions of dollars and worth billions more today than he was before the second time he moved into the Oval Office, because he has, of course, exploited his position as public servant to America to stuff his face while having his ass kissed. Donald Trump decides to give his cabinet members, as a symbol of his appreciation, shoes that might cost $200 a pair. First of all, who gives who shoes? I can't remember anyone ever giving me shoes as a gift. Do you give shoes? What straight man gives other straight men shoes? Well, perhaps a man who's declining into dementia. In any case, he gives them these shoes, the wealthy man handing out, I'm not trying to criticize Florsheim as a brand, but if I knew a billionaire and he gave me a pair of shoes, I would be like, you prick. Hands out these shoes. They don't fit Marco, but Marco's wearing them. He doesn't trade them in. He doesn't say, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, thank you so much for the generous gift, but these don't fit. Maybe we could sort this out. No. Is it possible for Donald Trump's West Wing Camp Run Amok, for the people who work for the president, to maybe figure out how to get the secretary a pair of shoes that fucking fit? Evidently no. No, evidently we see one more time yet more evidence that Donald Trump and his team cannot fuck in any direction but up. And Marco doesn't feel that he can say, excuse me, these don't fit. And they don't fit. It's not like they're a little bit tight. No, it's ridiculous. Secretary Rubio feels that he cannot say, sorry, there's been a mix-up here. What does this say about that situation and the leadership in the White House? Secretary Rubio cannot say, I'm sorry, these need to be exchanged. Thank you for the gift, but they don't fit. And he cannot not wear the shoes. Oh no, that would be a snub. So he looks like a fool, and he can barely walk. Because that is the level of function that we have in what's left of the White House, on a matter as insignificant as the man's shoes.